Okay, we're going to do a short video about compost tea again, and you notice that I have the bucket is covered, 5 gallon bucket is covered with some black plastic. That's because you don't want the sunlight basically to kill the beneficial bacteria and microbes that are growing in the bucket, so you keep it in the dark. So I'm just going to take the plastic off. And so yeah, it's just bubbling really well, and you see on the side that there's all kinds of looks like scum, but that's all the bacteria, and microbes um, that that's growing in this compost, aerated compost tea, right? And so we're going to take this and we're going to dilute it at 10 to 1 and apply it to all the plants in the greenhouse and in the garden. So basically, it's a 5 gallon bucket. So this will make 10 times as much. So half a gallon would make one 5 gallon pail full of fertilizer that you can apply. So that works out to about eight cups of the undiluted compost tea. So you take 8 cups of the tea and you dilute it into a 5 gallon pail of water. And the water should be non-chlorinated, so you can just basically leave it for 24 hours. You put an air stone in it, and that will actually off-gas the chlorine faster. But just leaving it for 24 hours, that'll dissipate all the chlorine in the water. Now, if your municipality is using chloramine, then you're going to have to find another way of removing that, because chloramine will not off-gas. And the chlorine or chloramine will kill the bacteria and microbes in your compost tea, and also kill any life that's in your soil. Preferably, I use rainwater, and I'll show you. Here, we'll just go show you a quick look at my rain barrel. Okay, so there's my rain barrel, and there's a hose hooked up to the hose bib down there, and I just use the gravity of the water to fill up my watering can. This is how the rain barrel works. Anyways, it just works with gravity. I click rainwater. I'm going to put an eaves trough on the side of my greenhouse and run a pipe down to the hole where the water goes in here. Right. So right now, the water just falls on the surface and runs down into the hole, and it fills up the 45-gallon drum or 50-gallon drum. It's a food grade drum that I got from my friend Dirk Becker, who collects these barrels and puts these little taps on the hose bibs on the bottom here, and sells these rain barrels. And so it just works with gravity feed. So I run it down into a 5-gallon bucket, and then I turn the tap on, and the water runs into the bucket. Now you could easily siphon a barrel like this and run it into the bucket, but it's a lot easier using this method here. Granted, when it gets down to about this level here, the pressure decreases and doesn't flow as fast, but I usually just usually fills it, and it's not been a problem. I use it for making my compost tea, and thank you for watching. Okay, here we are, and we're going to dilute our compost tea. I have a 4-cup measuring cup here. This one has a funky filter on top that I can use to filter the tea if I want to put it in a watering can, but I just usually pour it right on the base of the plant, so I don't mind getting all the solids in the compost tea. Now, be sure to stir it really well, because like I've removed all the bacteria that and microbes that are form on the side there, because that's where they like to live, on the side of the barrel. And so I've scraped that off and I've stirred up my tea really well. And what you want to do is stir it every time you want to apply it, you know, so that each plant is getting all the benefit of everything in the tea. Because there's lots of solids in here, and so what I'll do is just take 4 cups of that and put it in a pail of water here, and so that's 4. Oh, I need 8 cups. Okay, so I'm just applying the compost tea to the base of the plant, and usually just fill the pot with water until it starts coming out the bottom of the pot there, and then I know that I've got enough fertilizer in here. All right.